garlic and scallion knots. Yes, you heard that right. Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and I'm really excited to be sharing with you a new and incredible recipe. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make some amazing scallion and garlic knots as well as some chili oil. These scallion and garlic knots are inspired by my favorite restaurant. I just love the combination of garlic, scallions as well as chili oil when you eat them all together. When you eat these garlic and scallion knots alongside some chili oil, it tastes incredibly great and I'm sure you're going to love it. This is not your classic garlic bread recipe. Though traditionally knots are usually made of garlic, I've decided to add an extra twist by using some spring onions. To make this garlic and scallion knot, you literally just need some basic ingredients, mainly bread flour and yeast. Just make sure that before you actually make this recipe, your yeast is still active and it hasn't been expired. Because if you're going to use yeast that's already been expired, your bread's not going to rise and it's not going to be very soft and fluffy either. If you have allergies to gluten, you can still make this recipe by using some gluten-free flour as well. These garlic knots taste incredible when you eat them with some chili oil. I'm going to show you how to actually make this chili oil from scratch, and you can store them in an airtight container for months. They're going to taste incredibly great when eaten together, and you can also use this chili oil for any other Chinese recipe you want to make. These garlic knots are so soft, so buttery, so rich in flavors of garlic and scallion, and they taste incredibly great. You can enjoy them warm with a cup of tea on its own for breakfast or a snack, or you can munch on them anytime you want. So without wasting any more time, let's get on with the recipe. Click the link in the description box for a full list of ingredients you require to make this recipe. Into a large bowl, add flour, salt, sugar, yeast, as well as garlic powder. Now whisk all the dry ingredients together. Next, you want to add in some oil, followed by water. Now using a spoon, mix everything up. Mix as much as you possibly can. Now using your hands, incorporate all the ingredients together to form the dough. This should not take you more than 30 seconds. Next, you want to transfer the dough to a lightly flat surface. Use as much flour as you possibly need. Now knead the dough for about 8 minutes until it forms a smooth dough. This is going to give your arms a really good workout, but I promise you the bread is totally worth it. Once you're done massaging and kneading the dough, now shape the dough into a nice round ball. You can keep rotating the dough to make it smooth from the outside and shape it into a round ball. Next, you want to grease a bowl with some oil. Transfer the dough into the bowl. Turn the dough ball around so that the whole dough is covered in oil from all the sides. Now cover the bowl with some cling film and let it rest for about 2 to 3 hours or until it doubles in size. While your dough is resting, let's work on the chili oil. Heat some oil in a pan over medium heat. Once small bubbles start to appear, reduce the flame. You want to keep the temperature as low as you can. Into the oil, add in star anise, bay leaf, cinnamon stick, black cardamom, cloves, black peppercorns, garlic, as well as some ginger. Now let this simmer in low heat for about 10 to 15 minutes or even longer. You want to wait until the garlic and ginger turn brown, but make sure you don't burn it either. Once your oil is ready, you want to set it aside and work really quickly. Add your chili flakes into a bowl as well as salt and mix it together. Now pour your fuming hot oil through a strainer onto the chili flakes and salt mixture. You want to do this really quickly. Just look at that. How stunning does that look? Now allow the chili oil to cool before you give it a good mix. Set it aside till we finish up with the scallion and garlic knots. Once the dough has rested and doubled its size, now punch it down to release all the air. You want to transfer the dough to a lightly floured surface and sprinkle your spring onions over it. Using your hands, shape the dough into a rectangular log of about 12 by 24 centimeters. Once you're done, use a knife and cut the dough into 8 equal long strips. Each strip should be about 3 centimeters wide. Now to make the knots, lightly flour your surface once again. Take a strip of the dough and place it onto the surface. Lightly press and roll it out to make it longer. You want it to be about 26 to 28 centimeters. Now lift the strips of the dough using both ends and gently make a knot. Exactly like that. Now tuck the remaining dough underneath the knot. Once you're done, transfer the knot into a lined baking sheet. Now repeat the same steps for the remaining dough. Please make sure not to overstretch, otherwise your knots are going to be very huge and they're going to be very difficult for you to work around. If you follow this recipe carefully, this should give you about 8 scallion and garlic knots in total. Once you're done with the knots, keep the tray to rest uncovered in the oven until your knots double in size. Meanwhile, in a bowl, add in some butter, garlic powder, and garlic. Now mix it all up together. We're going to be using this butter to brush it over the garlic and scallion knots. Once you've mixed it all, melt it using a microwave or a double boiler and then set it aside. Once your knots have doubled in size, you want to brush them over with the prepared garlic butter. How tempting do these scallion and garlic knots look? Doesn't it make you hungry? Once you're ready, bake the knots in the oven for about 20 to 25 minutes or until they turn golden brown. Once they're ready, top it with some fresh parsley and don't forget to serve them with some chili oil. Should we have a look at the inside? Wow, just look at that. That looks perfect. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. I shall see you again with another exciting recipe very soon. See you then. Bye.